Yo, what up? Welcome to another episode of Low 5 Gaming. We got a special one for you today. You got me, Alex, and my brother Luke. What up, Luke?
Hello, sir. How you doing?
Did that feel radio-y? Did that feel like we're on the radio right there? Was that a good radio introduction?
If you want it to be for your ego, yes. But I don't feel like you're not shock jockey or zany enough for the radio. So
Dang.
I'm gonna
What
need
about
some
like late night
fart
radio?
noises.
You know, like some like.
It's like college radio. You're a sophomore. You have some seasoning to go. That's kind of the vibe.
All right. We've been doing this for like 3 years. I'm not seasoned enough.
I mean, for podcasts, sure, but our intros are always hella awkward. Behind the scenes, we've often had to do it like 3 times, and it's odd.
Well, we're not redoing this one, and it's not your typical episode either. This is our inaugural Low 5 Top 5.
How about low fivesicles? Like testicles, but
Low
they're low fives.
because it's a list. I
Sure.
don't like it. I like Low 5 Top 5. I'm the
Low
marketing
five,
man
top
here. And that's what we're doing.
Low
Low
highs?
5 Top 5. LFTF.
Low fives, low 5 top 5s.
Low 5's top guys.
Nope, ruined it. Made it all fucking corporate and shit.
Oh man, yeah, but dude, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. We'll get into we'll still do our side question a little later on, talk about the games we've been playing and whatnot. But the beefy part of the episode, the main event is a Low 5 Top 5, and our subject is the top 5 Mario characters that aren't Mario.
Which kind of made me laugh because Mario's kind of a boring boner. So, like, it's just all the top 5 characters. Like, Mario would not have cracked my top 5. So,
Oh, fair enough. But I'm gonna make a couple extra rules to this though, dude. So it is a
wonder.
list. It's your top 5. So it's like it's whatever, dude. It's like it's subjective. It's your opinion. That's fine. Your opinions aren't always great, so it's whatever. But that's what it is. We'll get to that when we get to that. But you know, like you have to have a little backing. And here's the deal: the rules are this: no Mario, no variations of Mario. So like if you have, I don't know, Tanuki Mario.
Yeah, I love Tanuki Mario.
He's dope, but he's not eligible.
Sure.
Right on. And that goes for any variants of the other characters as well.
How do you feel about Donkey Kong?
I may talk about Donkey Kong a little bit.
I just mean, is he so much of his own thing that he and his extended universe will be treated as such, or are you putting them within the Mario canon? Because I'm understood how you feel about that.
He would be Donkey Kong and his crew would be included within the Mario canon.
Okay, I guess he was in the first game. I'm going to go ahead and say Diddy Kong is off the table.
Nah, dude.
So just Donkey Kong.
Diddy plays. Diddy's in.
Is Diddy Kong in a Mario game?
He's in a Donkey Kong game.
Correct.
But Donkey Kong spurs from Mario, so I'm going to allow it.
Fine. Cranky Kong, number 1. Get this fucking thing over with then.
Word. I think that's the only real rules.
All right.
No
Do
Marios
you
in special suits.
have
no
a
Shadow
criteria
Marios.
for how you came up with your list? What's your criterion, sir? What's
Well,
your
we can kind of
rubric?
get into our reasoning when we make our picks or when we list off our list, but
No, I want to
yeah.
talk about it right now, dude. Fuck off.
fair enough. Well, I have like a beefy
Preamble to
honorable
your selection?
I have a beefy like honorable mention list that we can get into like before we top our number ones maybe.
I also wanted to go 1 to 5. How do you feel about that?
You just start with the best and then go.
Yeah, dude.
I
Yeah,
feel
dude.
silly about that. I don't know. We
Nah,
could.
not a chance. Not a chance. Let me get the intense feelings out of the way, and then I'll just pick the goofy ones.
No, we'll go five up. Then we'll start with we'll do a little coin flip to see who starts first. How about that?
Are we not allowed to pick each other's people?
No, we can, but
Okay.
you know, it's just kind of for the flow of it. No, why don't you start us off our inaugural Low 5 Top 5 list?
First of all, I want to get through my criteria because since I went first, I can go through all my criteria first, and I'm just spread out, dude. I'm gonna take like 20 minutes here. All right, man. So when I'm thinking about this, first off, let's just be real. These are mascots. These are Disney. I'm gonna go straight up with cuteness. We really gotta grant in cuteness. Now, cuteness is a range, right? I mean, there's the obvious like Yoshi, but then there's like Wario with his portly self and his sick mustache. That's cute in a different way, kind of like an evil, maniacal cute, but cute
Great golf
nevertheless.
outfit too, bro.
Huh?
Great golf outfit as well.
Yeah, go Vikings, just generally purple gold. What a bro. Second off is funniness. And that seems pretty obvious, but as you'll get into in our lists, I'm sure, Mario, as the game has progressed, I mean, even from the beginning, they have a lot of quips. Not always the most voice acting outside of just goofy noises, but does this character make me laugh? Which goes back to Mario, boner, not cool, not a good hang, not good with the quips. All right, dude, he's just like there. Whereas all of the people add all of the flavor to his universe. With Chris Pratt being the exception, I actually don't mind him as Mario, but I digress. And then the third and perhaps the most important factor is standalone game. Do you have a universe outside of your own? Do you have your own signature titles, or at least like standout moments in games, big games? And then I guess like a little bit of a bonus that carries somewhat a weight is how are you in Mario Kart, Smash Bros, Mario Golf, the extended Mario Olympic universe? Like, are you someone I would pick? Is that all settling well with you?
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you put thought into this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I really lost some sleep over this last few days. I mean, it's really important. That being said, I want to troll you and say it's Funky Kong because I think grumpy old men are hilarious by nature, but that doesn't meet all of my criteria. It's going to be Donkey Kong at 5.
DK at 5?
DK at 5.
Okay.
I know you have somehow just so many honorable mentions. But if I had to list one, if we were to say Donkey Kong is not included, that was my Yoshi slot. So shouts out to people. Actually, don't give your honorable mentions because that ruins some of the mystique as to who you're going to pick. So maybe you got to get to those after, dude.
Honorable mentions we can either throw in before we do our number one or after we do our number ones.
All right. Before. So I'll leave that there. We can leave all the messinesses. You know how this beautiful sausage is made. DK. Hilarious,
DK.
dude. Just wearing a tie, his nuts just hanging out after just wearing a tie. That's hilarious.
That's pretty good.
In different outfits, he's great. I'm gonna cheat and include that he's just got like a cool like whole family and vibe. You got Funky Kong, who's definitely selling dope and just surfboarding on things. That's fucking cool. You're smashing crocodiles and just doing a whole lot of gang shit as Donkey Kong, so he's cool. I like Donkey Kong games. And
right on.
Donkey Kong was great in the movie. Seth Rogen, excellent Donkey Kong. I mean, what else can I say? The OG villain turned hero of his own thing and hasn't been a villain really in forever. So excellent in Smash Bros. Just whomping dudes in the face. Always been
like
a good
heavy.
one. Not much for Mario Kart, but I like also my last
You're right,
thing
Mario
is that.
Kart.
Yeah, I don't usually play as heavies. But in Mario Golf, I like that he just swings with one hand. That's hilarious. So, first selection, Donkey Kong. What do you got for
That's
number
a
5,
solid
sir?
one, dude. I'm
Yeah.
surprised you had him so low. I think Donkey Kong is a great pick. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. This is
Mine,
really important stuff, dude. So
it is. You said that you weren't going to troll me. I'm going to semi-troll you and tell you my number 5 is Luigi.
what a dick.
And Luigi's great, dude. But like, he's number 5. That's good, man. Out of all, there's like 300 Mario characters.
Yeah, but there's like 4 main ones, you piece of shit. This is just like
and he's
classic
number
older
5. He's
brother
not even in
being
a 4.
dick, just overshadowed by his handsome younger brother, and you're the portly short one. Even though that doesn't make sense because you're taller than me, but in spirit, you're my portly short older brother. But fine, continue. They're twins, by the way.
Portly short, dude. I'm 6'6".
You're like 6'4" for like 30 years of your life, and then all of a sudden you're like, I should add another inch to be extra cool.
Hey
so
man, keep growing. It's whatever.
not where it matters. Continue.
Ow!
Yeah.
Ow!
Bazing. I'm sorry. I'm just a little offended about Luigi.
Luigi is my 5, dude. That's pretty good. Like I said, there are 300 Mario characters. He's up there at number 5. But here's the deal. I have like Luigi. You've claimed Luigi, and I'm a good big brother, so I've given you Luigi.
And a shitty older brother who's never been second person, second place, second controller. So like you've never played as Luigi. You've always.
Well, here's the
foisted upon
deal, though,
others.
dude. Luigi, I used to have so much. I still have Luigi love, but like Luigi was my guy because we didn't get. You were. I mean, I'm older than you are, obviously, but we did. So like, you were. How old would you say? Let's see. When we got the 64 is probably the first system that like makes sense. So that would have been, how old were you when we got the 64. If I was like probably 12ish.
That'd make me 6.
6. So dude, like, so yeah, your whole life you've been playing as Luigi. But here's the deal, like when I from my 6 all the way to 12 for 6 years, my very foundational, like, go over to homies' houses, play their games, I was always Luigi, because that's just how it goes.
Just
So
developed
Luigi,
main player energy since then. Continue.
dude, big, well, yeah, nah, of course, the big bro.
Okay.
And I do got the years on you. Obviously, the gaming landscape has leveled off. Maybe you've surpassed my abilities, except for in 2K, which we may talk about later. But yeah, dude. So like, I mean, like, Luigi got a special spot in my heart, dude, because it took a long time to crack the video games into the household. So like, Luigi was my guy. Like, if I was picking like the whoever's household we were at, they'd always go with Mario. So I go Luigi. And Luigi's got some cool energy, man. He's basically a Mario clone in the early games, but it's green, cool ass color. Green was my favorite color for a long time.
Tall jump, wiggly legs. That's funny.
Mario 2, Super Mario 2, for the Nintendo. Luigi does that fucking like floaty jump thing.
Everybody knows you can jump higher if you continue to kick your legs.
I guess it's dude. I guess that's in Smash as well, for the folks that like aren't out here playing this. But yeah, dude, Luigi's a solid one. I will say that like the reason that he bumped down to 5, he kind of like, I don't know, man. Like Luigi got cool Luigi energy, but like his games proper, like, why is he such a wimp?
You're out of control,
dude. Like Luigi's Mansion and stuff. Why is he so scared? Why is he being such a little scaredy pants?
He's the hero, dude.
I know he's the hero, but he's a little scaredy pants, like accidental hero.
Not accidental. He perseveres. Okay, that's your opinion. You're allowed.
Number 5, Luigi.
Yeah. Okay. My number 4. Peach. Because I'm a feminist.
Right on.
You know, probably could have had her below Donkey Kong. They're pretty similar. You get the pink in there, dude. You get the floaty dress deal where kind of helps you when you're not feeling grinding real hard in the various games she's in. Super Smash Bros. She's actually like nasty, like real good. She's got her own game now. Too. Haven't played it. What's up?
She's good in kart too.
Yeah, and Mario Golf, she's always like super accurate. I forgot Mario Tennis. She's actually pretty nasty in Mario Tennis. I'm a big fan of her in Mario Tennis.
Yeah, dude. Peach brings good she's good shit.
Cuteness, like for sure. Like little, princess vibe. The wife always plays with her when we play games like Mario Party. So pretty solid there. Funniness, all of the personality came from the movie, to be frank. And then there's some sassy quips here and there in the different games. But definitely they made her Anna Joy Taylor, is it?
I believe so.
They made her a pretty big badass. The movie definitely boosted the coolness. Can't once again say for the own game, but in the extended Mario universe of games, she's usually a threat to deal with. So I fuck with it.
I can dig it, dude.
Yeah.
I will say that her character arc, I feel like it's gotten better over time. I feel like the Princess in Distress, like that they finally slowly made their way past that a bit. It still happens. It's still a trope. But she kind of holds her own.
But at least they make fun of the trope as they do it.
And I may talk a little bit more about that later. We'll see. But that's a solid
Bowser's
thing,
your number 1. Yeah, continue.
Let me see. So that's you got Peach at 4. My number 4 is my man Wario.
Nice.
Wario's a great character, great enemy.
Wario. Feel kind of bad. You like his weird games, I bet, huh?
I sure do, dude. So that's a true reason why he cracked this list. Shouts out to Waluigi, but Waluigi just doesn't have his own game, man. He's just in there to be Wario's like doubles partner.
Yeah.
Bless the internet. I know the internet, and I'd like Waluigi too, but like when it comes down to it, I just couldn't make him crack the list. He doesn't got enough going on. And Wario does, dude. Wario's like, he's a good bad guy. He's got his own games, so you get to like, what is that? Are you an antagonist? Or he's like the protagonist of the Wario games because you're playing as him. Just out there trying to collect his coin, respect. trying to take over castles, respect.
Cause sweet evil guy mustache.
Dude, he does the charge thing. He got the power up where he gets the horns. Like, dude,
lots of
cool
fart
shit
jokes
going
on a motorcycle.
Dude, for real. I will say, you ever play any of the WarioWare games?
No, I never had like a DS or a 3DS or.
We got them on the Switch now, 2 of them.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Wasn't buying $60 mini games.
100%, dude. People love them. People love them. They like for the Game Boy Advance, the DS, all that kind of stuff.
If I had it, but
I did scoop the Switch, one of the Switch ones for cheap on a sale or whatever. But that's just the thing is like people do love it, like the WarioWare stuff so much, and like respect. I think they're okay. Like I've never like burned a whole bunch of time. It is kind of like Mario Party. Like I feel like I don't know, man. It's just like at least in my household, he doesn't have the right vibe to be like, hey, let's play WarioWare. Like if I'm gonna play a game with the wifey, it's like we'll probably play Mario Party or Kart or something like that. WarioWare for whatever reason not as intriguing. It's kind of like the mini games of Mario Party on crack.
They're just like little minute long, like crazy little deals. It's almost like it's a genre of its own, really.
Indeed. But I respect it, dude. And I respect Wario, and he's my number 4. I said it earlier when you mentioned him, dude. He's got you mentioned Wario about we were talking about his golf outfit, pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fat, goofy dude with a super evil, awesome mustache who farts and rides a bitchin' motorcycle. I mean, it's kind of hard to beat that overall.
Dude, I forgot about the motorcycle. Motorcycle's dope, too.
Yeah, he's kind of, his games come through in his Smash Bros. Persona, too. Mm-hmm. So, like, his gameplay is, like, kind of chaotic, if you ask me, in, like, a cool way.
He's another heavy. Dude, I love playing with heavies. I'll mess with, I mean, almost all the time. Smash, I'm going to play with a heavy. Wario's one of my guys. I like DK. I like Bowser. Those are all good Smash players for me.
Plus, just like a good wow. Like who doesn't like a good wow? So
for sure. And I don't know if we've ever had like a proper like he's supposed to be aside from Smash and then obviously like your tennis and all the sports stuff. Like he's clearly like the yin and the yang to Mario. Like I mean, it's an upside down
Mario.
The W, the Bizarro Mario for sure. I feel like it's low hanging fruit. Like. Have they ever faced off in a platformer in like a true Mario versus Mario?
Dean?
Oh yeah, 6 coins. That's right. But he's
like the main antagonist. Like you fuck up his castle and you go.
You're
fight
right,
him,
dude.
Don't you?
I love that game. And
yeah,
he's tough.
It's like your game, dude. Fuck.
He's tough. That's probably another reason why he's up on number 4, bro.
There we go. Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, what do you got for 3?
King Bowser, dude.
Bowser, nice.
Pretty easy argument to make him tops. They have made him super cool over the year. Casting Jack Black as him was like an instant, like, oh, that's super fun. Peaches. Tons of fun. I was Bowser for Halloween this year. That was tight, dude. Totally matters. Forgot that blind ranking item, but that matters, dude. I also love that he is a father to a little shithead kid.
Multiple kids, apparently.
Oh, really? I thought Bowser Jr. was just his kid, but everybody's his.
What's about the other Koopa deals, like all the other little Kooplings or whatever they're called?
Might have to look into that. But Bowser Jr.
I think Bowser's spreading his seed, bro. I think he's out there.
Hell yeah.
Anthony Edwards up in this bitch.
Oh, Jesus. But yes, my favorite is in the newest Paper Mario game. There was just like some jokes about Bowser being a dad and shit, and it just geeked me the fuck out, and it was just really funny, like making fun of his kid with like I don't know, he's just making fun of Bowser Jr. in some pretty hilarious ways. So he's got a cool look to him. It's a different type of cute. My children say Bowsy instead of Bowser, nice. And that's fucking adorable. Shooting fireballs, dude. Formidable enemy. Always been really cool boss fights with Bowser. So long, gay Bowser. Iconic. Gay Bowser is a king, obviously. So, did I miss anything about Bowser other than just being like a super cool design, hilarious? I guess he hasn't had his own game, but you have been able to play as him like in Mario RPGs. Is that correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Has he ever been a playable character? So that's.
I've never played all the way through a Mario RPG.
Yeah, and like in Paper Mario, he's freaking hilarious. Just love. They've just really like put a lot of growth into like comedic. Like he's not much of like a big scary enemy for the most part in games. He's mostly just like this big bumbling goof, and I love all that. So
I'm here for Bowser. You know I love Bowser.
Yeah, Bowsy.
I like it, dude. So that was number 3. You got DK, Peach, Bowser. I've got Luigi, Wario. My number 3, DK. Donkey Kong.
How did I not mention the rap when giving him his proper time. I guess we had to leave some meat on the bone, but that rap's iconic,
Yes, sir. Dude, for sure. I mean, DK, I thought about it. I was like, maybe I do Funky Kong because he's cool, right? Like the surfboard guy probably does drugs, like whatever.
Definitely is selling him, dude, in that shack. Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
But then I was like, I don't know though. Like he kind of just lives in that space.
Some
and like,
fermented banana at least, man.
for sure, dude. But DK, like I like if you look at it, dude, I love his story arc. I love that he out here pulling Bowser, stealing Peach, throwing a bunch of barrels and fireballs and shit at Mario while he tries to go save Peach. Like that was the original game, right? So Donkey Kong, you got Mario going to save Peach from DK. He's a baddie. And then over time, they introduce him into the Mario world via Donkey Kong Country or whatever.
Gets to shoot peanut guns.
So yeah, for
that's
sure.
funny. Rail cart levels,
dude. Rhinoceros and shit. Like, dude's tight. And you got a little homie. Like, Diddy didn't make my list. Spoiler for my honorable mentions. But like, Diddy's cool too. And I think like as a kid, like I definitely loved Diddy more. But it's that evolution that I was leaning on earlier.
Did you play Diddy Kong Racing? Maybe that would have affected it. Isn't that supposed to be really good?
People love Diddy Kong Racing. I've always just been kind of a kart guy because I've never owned Diddy Kong Racing, and like neither did my homies. We all just played Mario Kart. People that had Diddy Kong Racing stand by it and love it so much. But yeah, no, like Diddy was like it was a 2-player thing, man. So like again, when I was playing Donkey Kong at homies' houses, you pick up the second controller, you can control Diddy, I think. So that was one of the reasons why I was like Diddy be cool. But like I started to think about it, and over time. Like more just DK for me, dude. He's got like that from a bad guy to a good guy. I'm here for the Seth Rogen interpretation of DK. Like I'm even the whole like little refresh of the visual look too. I like it. I like his character. I think it's fun.
Iconic soundtrack.
Dude, iconic soundtrack. And I tell you what, dude, if you're playing, I'll fuck with DK in kart. I'll fuck with DK in any of the sports games. Smash for sure. He's like a semi-main of mine. Pretty much all the heavies I mess with, except for bad guy, the big crocodile dude.
King K. Rool. I love King
K. Rool. He's cool, but like I'm not really great at his move set. But he is fun.
He was
too,
my main in this game.
Nice.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, but DK, man, and DK also. How many ridiculous cool peripherals they made for him via the like GameCube Wii era?
Drums.
Dude, he's got bongo drums. That's dope.
I guess at the end of the day, though, he's just a monkey.
I'm alright with that. Monkey's dope.
Yeah, but like,
how many podcasters take on one DK? 100 podcasters, one DK.
Definitely gonna take more with the barrels he's throwing, dude. Just think of how many he could snipe out before he even got close. So probably at least 200. He's just a monkey in a world full of dinosaurs and walking mushrooms. So
true.
Gotta peg him down a few, dude.
I like how he's like kind of like a rebellious little angsty badass in the movie as well.
Kind of a whiny hoe at the same time.
Yeah, kind of just works for me.
Yeah, I like his little arc when there's some clear romantic tension between Mario and Peach, and he's just a tool about it. Love that.
Yeah.
Great timing.
So that's my number 3, man.
All right, here's the spiciest one of I think both of our lists, dude. My number 2. You want to guess it?
Let's see. You got DK, Peach, Bowser, Toad.
Dick. Captain Toad.
Aha.
Fucking love Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I have such a weird, irrational love for that fucking game. Captain Toad, all the variations of Toads, they hit the cuteness for sure. They hit the funniness way harder than you'd think. Hilarious little quips out of Toads going back forever. Captain Toad, what an adorable little outfit. What the fuck? That's awesome. Just an adventurous little
Indiana
cheeky
Jones
bastard.
thing going on.
Yeah, dude. Whatever it is, it's just tight. I love that game. I adore that game. I'm gonna blank on it because I'm on a mic. But is it 3D Land or one of the games is where they introduce that the little Toad sections are not like a shitty little break from the action. They're like a tight little treat. So super underrated. I guess you have to say that you don't get to play as Toad in a lot of games, and when they do, it's just base Toad or Toadette, and they're not the most exciting, but they're usually fast, so it's kind of a fun, light game played, so that's tight. Massively underrated Toad Treasure Tracker. Just a delightful little game. Probably the game I've spent the least amount of time in that I've thought the most about. That's a weird distinction.
It's a cool game for sure, and Toad is a great character. Captain Toad specifically. Great little character.
Yeah.
So would you consider Captain Toad to be the one on the cart in Mario Kart, or just Toad, or are you gonna kind of call them both? I mean, if you go back to my rules, dude, I was saying that like the outfit sets don't change the character. So like
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
Toad is like
consider
a
Captain.
species.
Yeah,
And
but Captain
sometimes Toad is
Cap,
like a
Cap,
main character. So Captain
okay,
Toad is his own thing. So you can't really count
but
him in the games.
Isn't Captain Toad just like the Toad though?
It's a Toad.
Isn't it the Toad, like the coolest one?
The coolest one, yes, but like the Toad from like 64, probably
Okay.
not. No.
So we're
And
specifically talking about Captain Toad has an appearance in Treasure Tracker.
Captain Toad's game is Treasure Tracker.
Okay, cool.
And then he's in, I want to say he's in Odyssey. You run into him and you find him in like weird ass places. And he's like, whoa, here's the moon you were looking for. I found it over here. Nice. So like he is his own. He's not an outfit. He is a character, Captain Toad. There's also Toadette. Whatever, fine. Yep. I don't know how the hair works that she gets pigtails of mushrooms, but I guess that's for scientists to tell us.
Indeed.
You weren't supposed to guess Toad. God, I guess I have such an obvious hard-on for Toad, dude. Damn.
So that was your number 2. Mm-hmm. My number 2, my boy Yoshi.
Species or the Yoshi?
A little bit of both, I guess. I mean, the Yoshi is what I'm going with, but like, you know, red Yoshi, yellow Yoshi, whatever Yoshi, they're all type. But Yoshi, I don't know. All the Yoshi.
Not a lot of personality there, so very strong on the cuteness.
100%. Dude, like the
own games, do you like those though?
Yeah.
Woolly, the aesthetic is super cool. The Crafted World, the woolly one.
Yeah, so like I've got Crafted World. I've played that quite a bit. It's like a pretty like it's an easier platformer for sure, but it's like I like that low barrier entry. I love that it's like, I mean, if that is the type of game that like I'm super stoked to eventually play with my son when he's a little bit older. You know, that kind of deal. Like kind of get him into the platform and get him. It's like a really good 2-player. Like Nintendo got it down on like the marijuana video games, dude, like the entry drug. Sure. But Yoshi, dude, but also like he just like elevated. So like I think what really so Yoshi, there's a few reasons, but I think what really elevates Yoshi for me is not his standalone games like Yoshi Cookie and stuff. It's okay, like for Nintendo and Game Boy, that kind of stuff. There's some really cool Yoshi games for the Game Boy Advance. I want to say it's like Super Mario Advance 4 is like a Yoshi thing or something. But that one's solid. And then Super Mario World, when you actually get to like, that's like, I feel like even though Yoshi was introduced earlier via some of the things I just mentioned, like Super Mario World, where you get the free the Yoshis, ride the Yoshis, spit fire, fly, all that stuff. It's such like an awesome like power up companion to Mario.
It's like a mech in a Mario game, but it's Yoshi.
Totally.
Yeah.
I can dig it, dude. And Yoshi, like, pretty solid in all those spin-offs and all the sports games. Like, you know, he's a middleweight, so well balanced. I would say I like to play with him in golf. I'll use him in kart from time to time for sure.
It's a popular.
And I like
pick,
that jump, the high jump,
game.
dude. Yeah. Just like the abilities that it gives to Mario, like it.
Pooping and then the cuteness, dude. The edge in Smash Bros, where you poop into an egg. That's pretty iconic.
For sure. Yeah. But then there's like the straight up cuteness though, dude. He's a dinosaur, but he's like the cutest little dinosaur. He does it for me. I wish I have so many memes, dude. It's like a regret of mine. Not a real regret, because like if I really wanted to, I just go and buy it. But like I don't have the woolly or like whatever the yarn Yoshi, and that thing is. Do you have that one?
You know, I did. I don't know if I still do. Between the dog and moving.
Yep. That was tight though. I like that one. It's a little bit bigger. It's like fun. I kind of wish I had it.
Doesn't have like the base either. It's just like Yoshi was my first cutoff. I crossed his name off and put DK. And honestly,
dude, you were gonna name your children Yoshi.
Yeah, I did want to name. When there was just believed to be one child, I was fighting pretty hard to have it named Yoshi. I did not win that argument, and I was never gonna. Yeah. At the end of the day, Yoshi's just mad cute and fun to play with, but like no
good sounds too. Like kicking out cute, fun sounds.
Great sounds, but like not much of a main character, no personality because it's like a dog. It's like a dinosaur.
That's probably why I like them though. Dogs are dope.
Love me a dog. Love me a dog. But I think if I had to pick a 5, it would have been Wario and not Yoshi still. Which is crazy because I used to probably main Yoshi in Mario Kart. It was like probably one of my first mains as a child. Like you'd fight for Yoshi as little kids. And I do love the different colors of Yoshi. Lots of fun. Next movie is clearly going to be pretty Yoshi heavy, so that's exciting.
Right on.
Well,
that's my guy. Number 2. What do you got for? You want to do? You got any additional honorable mentions you want to spit out before you do one?
Yeah, King Bomb has a really cool mustache. It reminds me of Uncle Greg. So
nice.
That just needs to be mentioned. But that's it. Boo is fine. I don't know what the deal. I haven't played the Galaxy games, I guess, so I don't know what the deal with Rosalina is. I definitely don't know what the deal with Pauline is. She's just a lady, just an Italian lady.
She'd be singing real nice, though.
I guess.
Or is that a different character?
No, that's definitely Pauline in Odyssey. And I'm just like, all right, just a New York Italian singing lady. All right, in a dress. I had a student in Minecraft Club who was trying to think of his disability, but he was very obsessed with Pauline, and like when he thought you were looking away, he'd Google Pauline and take like little screenshots and like zoom in on her face, but definitely just her titties a bunch. And it was so funny. I won't say the kid's name. We're just gonna say like it's Steve. It is like, hey Steve, what you doing over there? And he'd be like, nothing. I'd be like, let's get off those pictures of Pauline, dude. And it was really, really funny, dude. It got a little weird once or twice, but it was mostly cute and hilarious.
That's amazing.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Number 1 though. Oh, you have like your 4 honorable mentions.
I have the 2 categories of honorable mentions. Main character energy, Toad. So Captain Toad as well. He was right on the cusp. I was like, a solid character, kind of an annoying voice, but whatever we gonna do. Yeah, it's that's also part of his charm. Diddy Kong. I spoke to Diddy Kong a little bit earlier. That was an honorable mention of mine. Peach, another honorable mention. I like Peach, dude. Like I like playing with her in the games and stuff. I'm glad she finally got her own mainline game. I haven't played it, unfortunately. I haven't heard too much about it, to be honest. I haven't been tapped into it too heavily. I did hear it's like okay. But I don't think it's like for the, I'm a grown ass man. I don't think it was made for grown ass men,
Heard it was made for theater kids.
I think that's all right, though. That's cool.
It didn't mean it as a burn. Like, literally seems very theater kid heavy. Yeah.
Word. There's things about Peach that, like, I don't know why she, like, two-timing Bowser and Mario, though. Like, that kind of, I'm a little confused at what's going on in that situation.
What game would that be?
Do you like Mario Odyssey? Like,
she's pretty not about being kidnapped. She just, wasn't just going to be Mario's reward. She's her own woman, So I'm a feminist. I would get it. You
give her some more points then. My knocks against Peach are not against Peach. It's against Nintendo.
Yeah, I'd just say like new Peach too. And new Peach is tight. But she's been cool to play with ever since like Mario 2. So that's worth mentioning.
Agreed. 100% with the float. I got a laundry list of baddies that like are all cool, but because they don't have like main character energy and they're just like, I was like, I don't know if I can have these crack the list. But I'm going to start with Bullet Bill, the huge, fucking dope ass dude, big ass bullet, man, and it's dope.
Where's Chain Chomp? You like dogs, dude. Where's Chain Chomp at, dude?
Chain Chomp is on my list. Like Chain Chomp, I got Bullet Bill, Birdo. You know Birdo?
Oh yeah, I was gonna put Birdo in and do some weird sex jokes, so that's a missed opportunity. That's on me.
Bullet Bill, I got to put in there one.
Birdo.
Dude, Bullet Bill's honorable mention for the fact that it's just a cool baddie, and then two,
like my Birdo joke.
So it's a cool baddie, and then he's also like when you're really getting fucking hosed in Mario Kart, and you get the Bullet Bill upgrade, and you can just shoot back. Dude, solid. Birdo, back to Birdo. We didn't like the Birdo joke. I like that. That's funny to me. But Birdo's tight for like a few reasons, but like there was something that I have like in playing playing Mario Brothers 2 or whatever for the NES. When you get to Birdo, it's not like a difficult character or anything, but it was like that game is just so weird and different. And it happens pretty quickly where the Birdo's like shooting out the eggs and you gotta jump on the egg, shoot it back. There's just something about that. It's just like a weird thing. And as a kid, I was like, this is crazy. Like,
they've also added weird details like Birdo's like genderless and asexual. So like, what the fuck's going on there? Like Nintendo's like, I don't know, man. They shoot their own eggs and they hatch from the eggs. Just it's Birdo. Like Birdo's just like someone was allowed to cook and think of the goofiest thing, and that Birdo came out.
Indeed. Boo's another one on my honorable mention list, another baddie. All the Boos really, but King Boo be the baddest Boo, I guess. Got the crown. Chain Chomp also on my list. The big dog Chain Chomp thing
Where
also
are you
has an
with
appearance
racial
in
slur
Link's.
mushrooms, though? Come on, dude.
Dude, Goombas on my list too. The Goombas are like, I don't know, man. It's an iconic baddie. Like, and Hammer Bros. I got Hammer Bros on the list.
I fucking hated those. Tough,
Dude,
man.
tough. They're a tough
Turtle
baddie, and they
with
look kind of
mushroom,
cool.
or turtle with hammer. Pretty cool idea.
And then the last one
sport
kind of
helmet.
vanilla. Last one kind of vanilla, but just a Koopa.
Okay.
Again, little turtles, but still like Koopas are, I don't know. You got other things. You got the skeleton Koopas. You got like a whole bunch of other stuff, but they're not on my honorable mention list. F that.
All right, so now it's time. I got a cape for my boy as low 5 Luigi, as the man, the second place, or not second place, but second player. Luigi is king. I am so disrespected by you putting him at number 5. I am irate. I swear you just did that to upset me.
I did it because I knew it'd be funny if I put it at 5, but it also made sense. And
At least
I
I
had
had
a feeling
respect
you'd
to
be your
put
number
your
one.
favorite at 3. So first off, has his own distinction from Mario. Green is a cooler color than red. Tall versus short, but his jumping thing is cool. In the games, I like to play with him, but his standalone games more consistent than Treasure Tracker, obviously, because there's more of them. But Luigi's Mansion, one of the most gorgeous games on the Switch, and like legit really cool environmental game, like just super cool. And the whole cowardly
3?
thing is just kind of the funny goofies. 3, yeah. He's brave. He always comes through. He just doesn't wanna.
Fair.
He's just a big scaredy cat put in the most ridiculous situations possible.
Fair.
And then as the comedic foil, I think he's just tops. If you've played any of the RPG games, specifically Thousand Year Door, he's like always off on his own side adventures, and he's always like, "Oh my god, dude, you wouldn't believe what I've been getting into." And he's like one step ahead / behind you the whole time, like just getting into trouble, and it's just like hilarious comedic foil. So he's cute, he's funny. His own games fucking slap, and he's the twin brother. I have twins, but he's also like low-key the little brother, second player, doesn't mind, just wants to gas up his big bro. Luigi just is awesome, dude. He's the best.
I can dig it. I got respect for Luigi.
I have a Luigi tattoo on my inner thigh.
Nice.
My balls kind of hit it. No, I'm just playing.
It's got a little weird.
What if I did have that and I just never told you?
I mean, cool. It's choice.
That's a choice.
All right. My number 1, bro. I got that Luigi love, but he came in at 5. My number 1 goes to my boy Bowser.
Yeah.
You knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to even speak to it? Like, Bowser's king. King Bowser, man.
Is there anything I didn't mention that you were just like, man, you're not even putting respect on Bowser's name right now?
He's just like this. He's just like the perfect baddie, you know, because he's like bad, but he's not evil. You know, he's kind of a thorn in Mario's side. Like, he's in this. I mean, that kind of depends on the scenario, I guess, but
Depends how you feel about fucking genocide.
fair enough. Fair enough. But in terms of the Mario universe, though, you know, he's like, early, you know, I've been mentioning I like to main heavies and things like Smash. I'll even mess with Bowser and Kart, even though I usually go for more of like a middleweight character. But he's gonna be fun once you start getting that speed up. Bowser's like, dude, he's the man. Like he's Mario's number one enemy. Dude, the Jack Black elevated the shit out of Bowser as well. Like, I was already into Bowser. Like, you brought up via some of the other characters just how funny he is in the Mario RPGs, the Paper Marios. Like, he's just like this, especially the Paper Marios, dude. Like, I really like his presence in the Paper Marios. He's like kind of like this. I don't know, like, he's just like a whiny,
Big
like
whiny brat. Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah,
funny.
it's just funny.
His outfit in Mario Golf, dude. Guy Fieri Bowser.
Dude, killer. Huge fan of that. He's my main in Mario Golf for sure. He's also good in Mario Tennis, dude. So it's Bowser, King Bowser, dude. He's also got a mess of kids. I think that's hilarious. At least one, you say, but I don't know. I think all those other ones might be his children as well.
Fair.
And I will say the one knocking against Bowser, he's still the king. He's still number 1, but he does need to lay off Peach a little bit. It's like clearly not working out for him.
He's a little obsessive.
Yeah, it's like, come on, bro. But I would say too that like I was already into Bowser, And I think with the Mario movie, dude, Jack Black, like I've always been a fan of Jack Black too, and like he's like become such this big thing that like it's borderline like you feel a little hipster. You're like, I don't like Jack Black because he's too cool, but it's like, nah, dude, the dude's just too cool.
Never wavered on my love for Jack Black.
Same. So, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. But he's gotten so big, especially with the Minecraft movie now. But
People
you know, I'm
find that
here for it,
annoying, but
dude.
I
I'm here for
won't.
that energy.
Yeah, it's sometimes people need to be annoying for the kids.
Yeah, I can dig it, dude. I think he's a great Bowser. I look forward to him continuing to do Bowser, hopefully. But yeah, Bowser.
He's
perfect
the next.
baddie.
He's going to be Arthur Morgan. Didn't you know?
Jack Black?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's not.
Funny though. He could be that old drunk guy.
Yeah, for
What
sure.
was his name?
That's a list, man. So I've got my number 5, Luigi, 4, Wario, DK, Yoshi, Bowser.
DK, Peach, Bowser, Captain Toad, Luigi.
Nice.
My king.
Right on. I can dig it. Now what we got to do is we got to get that mess of, we got to like set up a Super Smash tournament and have the computers just play each other with our pools and see who wins.
It's too bad there's no Toad.
Oh yeah, that's right. I guess you're at a handicap, bro.
Yeah, no. I'll have to have 2 Luigis.
Well, cool. That's a fun list, man. Let's take a little break. You fuck with crystals, dude?
No, not at all. Hate them.
Hate them?
Hate
Oh,
'em.
dude, you're going to hate this then because this month we are unofficially brought to you in part by crystals.
This guy goes to California and he comes back a crystal, bro. What's happening, dude? You weren't
Dude,
even
I
there
am for
that
sure.
long. Goes to Joshua Tree and he comes back and he's like, "Have you heard about crystals, brother? What's happening?"
100%. Dude, I recently, not exactly. I wouldn't say it's because of Joshua Tree, but I was like, I went down the rabbit hole. One of my buddies is really into a certain like stone crystal thing. Nah, it's a different dude, Tom.
You have multiple friends I could assume would be into crystals. Continue.
But anyways, when he talks about this certain like crystal or like, you know, it's called moldavite, I believe. And in, you know, for those listening, you can look it up if you want. But moldavite like basically has this energy to it that's supposed to be really like life shifting, but it has like a duality to it. So like good things can come from moldavite, and like can be really like crazy upheaval,
Mario
change.
Wario of crystals, dude.
Kind of, bro, kind of. So, but here's the deal, though: is like really bad things can happen, like because of this energy as well. So that's like I just don't want to like I'm not like falling in on the crystal like woo stuff. But like here's the deal: I grew up Catholic, so like you know, like I obviously believe
The
in
Pope's a
some
Midwesterner finally, and you're gonna talk to me about fucking crystals.
Dude, that's the thing though, is like I don't like believe in ghosts and I don't believe in like that kind of stuff. But like kinda.
Do you have
You know
any
what I mean?
moldavite, dude? Do I have to?
I don't have any moldavite, so I bring up moldavite because it has this potential for like this upheaval that it can cause like to be negative. And like I'm not here for that, dude. Like I don't want to bring anything into my house that could potentially bring negative energy to my life. Like that's the exact opposite of what I'm looking for. But I've been getting back into, and maybe the true unsanctioned sponsor of this should be meditation and journaling.
I'm into those.
But that's not fun.
Why couldn't it
But
have just been that?
that's not fun at all. I've been trying to do daily journals and trying to meditate. It's been really great for my mental health and like just kind of like getting I don't know, my work day going and just getting like kind of on track and like in a good, you know, in a good like creative space, right? And a good just like good workflow. But here's the deal: like I'm also like I'll relate this slightly to video games. You're not going to catch me out here having a bunch of fun times buying a bunch of digital games. Yes, I buy digital games, of course. I got a whole mess of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I prefer to have, you know, a shelf with all my Switch games on it. I prefer to buy physical. So I've been kind of bummed when I hear about like all these third-party Nintendo Switch 2 games coming with their physical copy and just being like basically download keys. That's just whack. Neither here nor there because we are not being unsanctioned sponsored by Nintendo. But
yeah, they don't have
the
budget, dude. Haven't you heard?
Yeah. What's that?
They don't have the budget, dude. Haven't you heard?
to sponsor us, unsanctioned sponsor us. Yeah,
just making fun of them for charging insane amounts and then not even
100%.
physical games anymore for their clearly dedicated, stupid fanboy base. I bought all these physical games on the Switch, so they would have had me. But if I get a Switch 2, I'm going all digital.
Word. Yeah, I will. I'll do first party physical still, as long as the game,
Even if it's
as
just
long
a
as it's a
code,
download
dude?
on it. What?
Even if
No,
it's
if
just
there's
a
a code, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there, because I want to talk to you about citrine, dude. So I got myself some citrine, which is a crystal.
Do you have a second follow-up crystal mention?
Yeah, dude. The reason that I wanted to the reason I brought up moldavite is to tell you how I like started the rabbit hole of thinking about this stuff, because and the reason that I bring up the physical stuff is because I've been doing this meditating and I've been doing the journaling. The meditating thing could be a little like it bugs me sometimes because I'm like, what? I'm just like breathing and like I don't know, and I get that's part of it. It's part of the practice.
Too chaotic of a brain or something.
Maybe. It's been getting better. It's a thing that you got to do over time. It's just practice or whatever,
For sure.
But like to give myself intention, I was like, well, it might be nice to have something physical that I can like give myself intention to this meditation. Hence the crystals, right? I wanted to bring some of that. I wanted to start to channel some of that energy into a physical aspect. Hence the crystals, right? So like I found citrine, and citrine's cool because it has all that positive energy that is like, yeah, dude, I don't know if this woo-woo shit works, but I'm cool with having some citrine in my room, in my office, and like moldavite kind of scares me a little bit.
I mean, all those powerful entities, you know.
Indeed. So like, but citrine is cool, man, because it like it's supposed to bring abundance, it's supposed to bring creativity, it's supposed to do all these things. And I'm like, here's the deal. I didn't like buy citrine and expect to like have all this shit just happen. Like that's not how this thing
works. You
works.
drinking unpasteurized raw milk too, my dude? What's going on here?
But it's for sure. But what I like about it is like it gives me a physical manifestation of what I'm trying to project into my meditation, right? So with the whole idea with why I've been meditating is like, okay, I want to like be better about my creative work. I want to be more like better about procrastination. I want to be better about these things, which is fine. But now I have like a little physical reminder because I got a little citrine on my ledge that like charges in the sun because that's important too. But dude, and then I can hold it too. I can hold it when I meditate, and it gives me. I'm able to.
Does it regrow
have a little
hair?
mantra.
I'm asking for a friend, dude. Just
dude, maybe you could probably find some crystals for that. But I'm not here for that, dude. I'm not here for the full-on crystal game. I'm just here for like if it has a woo-woo side effects, like if whatever it's got a little magic to it, like cool. Like that's a nice little byproduct. But for me, it gives me a physical, and that's why I brought up the video game thing. You know, because I'm just the type of person that likes to have like that physical presence of something. And then for this, like adding it to my meditation, it's nice because it's been able to give me a little bit of a more intention to my meditation or whatever, and more direction. So, and you know, if all of a sudden like I become the most creative, powerful man of abundance in the world, it's probably because of the citrine on my windowsill.
Wow, you've leveled up.
I bet you didn't expect that. That was a hard sponsor to bring in.
Nope.
But
that took
like
some
I said,
time.
here for it.
Okay.
Not taking any of their money because they're it's a rock. But what are you gonna do?
The Rock makes a lot of money.
I mean, like the wrestler, dude.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here.
This is bad. You're talking about crystals. I can't give you dad jokes.
You sure can.
Fuck out of
All
here.
right.
Crystal meth. Brought to you by Crystal Meth.
All right.
Al's only crystal.
You been side questing, bro?
Yeah, just the chronicles of one particularly not great gamer playing Elden Ring. And I think right after we last talked, I wouldn't call it a breakthrough. I just realized how like playing with summons works, and have just now immersed myself in the great debate between the sweatiest community of all time. And that's saying something. I've been a part of, or at least lurked in a lot of sweaty communities, but online speaking. You can get summons, and so many people are like so puritanical about summons. And then specifically within summons, you can have a mimic. You summon yourself. It's a mimic of you, right?
Oh wow, okay.
And then you level them up. So there's this dual gargoyle boss fight that was just this biggest roadblock for me for the longest time. Like I almost quit the game because I like went to 3 different areas and I kept hitting these different roadblocks, and I was so frustrated. I gave it a few days. I came back. I got through the other stuff, but I could not beat the gargoyles. And 1, they're a bitch. 2, they're a bitch. 3, there's 2 of them, and it's just so annoying. And they're like super aggro. They have this wide area poison attack. Trust me, I've found every piece of literature talking about how shitty this fight is because I was just sad and I was looking it up, trying to figure out how to do it. And long story short is that I'm like a Dex Arcane Bleed build, which is whatever, right? It's a playstyle. But that's really bad against these guys, so I made it like extra tough. And I did the Mimic, and I just like wiped the floor with them. And I told my homie at school, who's my little 8th grade nerd, who tells me how to do stuff, and we talk about the game. And it's almost like he learned that his heroes are all garbage when I told him I used a Mimic. He was so bummed. It was hilarious. And I was like, what, dude? So like it was ended up being fun to argue about. And then I saw like all these arguments online afterwards about like I wasn't looking for it. It's just, sometimes when something's been brought to your attention, you start to see it more,
Loser.
But I saw people arguing about it, and they're like, the game is built with these, therefore the game is technically balanced for you to use summons. And they're like, if you refuse to use the things the games give you, you were playing on a modified difficulty. And then people get all mad about that. So it's the weirdest game ever. I think I'm very solidly, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to give it a 9.5 or a 4.75 if you like to use your 5 scale, because I love it. I think about it a lot. I've had some of the coolest encounters and the coolest enemies and some of the coolest fights and the coolest feelings. But a game you can't pause needs to be dinged somewhere. No quest log or anything to keep track of what the hell's going on ever without using the internet 40 times. Just needs to be dinged somehow. So small, stupid shit like that stacks up to me. But other than that, dude, like the legacy dungeons and the environmental, like, just like vibes of that game are so cool. Like the art's crazy and the different things you run into all the time. I like frequently dork out about how cool something is. So, it's taking me forever. I would have beaten most other games, but this game's just hard as balls, and I can't play it for too many hours in a row because it just gets too frustrating.
Sure.
But then I'm thinking it's pretty cool that I picked up Doom Eternal, and that is a nice little palette cleanser. I wouldn't call it easy, and I'm sure as I get into the game, maybe I'll run into a roadblock, and it won't be a fun trades-offsies vibe because that'll just turn difficult on me, but for right now, I just like running, gunning, listening to metal music, just ripping demons apart, dude.
Right on. Doom is cool. I guess I'm not surprised. I'm glad, I guess, that you are continuing your Elden Ring journey. I've fallen off. Haven't gone back.
It's so good, dude. It's like Zelda. I keep coming back to that. It's like Zelda.
Dude.
It's like some of the best stuff of Zelda and Skyrim put together, and a lot of the stuff I don't like about those games taken away, and then its own weird Elden Ringy shit. Or I should say FromSofty shit, kind of thrown in there. So it's sick, dude.
Yeah, I've just fallen off. Like I'm in a weird gaming rut almost. It's like it's really hard for me to go full send on anything that like commands that kind of time.
Yeah, I've been watching TV shows and reading books and stuff. So it's been a little bit, and then NBA playoffs for both of us. As far as like, if you only got so many times to video game.
Dude, 100%.
You're watching playoff games, that's going to rip away a lot of those hours. It's a good vibe, but you get the point.
Yeah. NBA playoffs been a major side quest for me this past month. I've been all in, obviously, on the Timberwolves, watching all those games. I've even watched a handful of like the Knicks Celtics series. I like catching some of the Pacers Cavaliers, which I mean, it won't be a spoiler to anybody listening to this on the 15th, but they just won the series. The Pacers did.
Oh, just now?
Yep, so they just went up 4-1.
Oh, okay.
Over the Cavaliers, which is a bit of an upset. But, that happens. It's the NBA. It's also the playoffs, injuries for those that are keyed in. The injuries, too. Yeah, I know a lot of people are upset. And I mean, I'm upset, too, that Steph got hurt first game against the Timberwolves. But I don't know. You look through history, dude, and that happens. It's not ideal. Sounds like... for the Celtics, Tatum tore his Achilles, which is not great.
I think that's like the worst injury in sports to this day.
Dude, he's going to be down enough for a long time. That's a big bummer, a big setback for the.
They used to end careers back in the day.
Dude, for sure.
Not anymore, but it did.
So he'll be out for probably a good chunk of the beginning of the season, I bet, if not the whole season next year.
He'll be out all next year.
Will he?
Yeah, Oof. It's a year-long deal.
Yeah, that's tough, dude.
to be
They got a
good.
good team. Otherwise, like I mean, like, but he is kind of. I mean, he's a big deal for them. But
Fun
it's
fact: you
crazy,
want
dude.
to know
Like,
how much their team's going to cost together as currently constructed next year?
sure, if you know.
$500 million. So that'll be a different team next year.
Word.
That's insane.
Word.
It's the highest.
That is wild.
Yeah, with the luxury tax and all that, they're a $500 million team next year. So they will be different.
Yeah, they probably could justify that if they got another chip, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I think the Knicks are going to pull ahead. I mean, they already have up 3-1.
They will.
Yeah. But it's been fun, dude. The Timberwolves been scrappy. It's always, you know how it goes. You're a fan as well, so it's like it's always very anxiety-inducing. Like, what's going on? Why are we playing so sloppy? But we've been doing it.
Officially, the golden era of Timberwolves basketball. Metrically speaking, we've only won 2 other playoff series ever before last year. So combine this year and last year, that's the longest successful streak of all time that we've ever had. So this is truly the golden era of 30-ish years of Timberwolves basketball. This is it, dog.
It's fun. A lot of people getting on the Ant train, dude. He's such a fun character to like.
True.
To watch play, and then it's like his personality is just like it's wild, dude. And it's like I'm so glad that he did the Olympics last year, dude, because I think that's what put him over the top. Like it definitely pushed him to become a 3-point shooter, hanging out with Steph, hanging out with LeBron. Even when they lost to when LeBron lost to the Timberwolves, LeBron and Luke and everybody else, the Lakers, I guess. LeBron comes up and he was like, take the next, bring it to the next level, dude. He's like, all the old heads like want to see this, all the like players, the OGs. Like want to see this boy succeed, and that's exciting, especially as a Minnesota fan.
How do you think the NBA feels about their potentials for the finals being Denver, Minnesota, Oklahoma City, Indianapolis?
Dude, hilarious.
Before the Cleveland getting knocked out, but that just adds to it.
Yeah.
Cleveland. So it's like you, especially if the Knicks don't make it, you will hear people complaining about the finals not being entertaining because people don't like the big cities. But if you like ball, these are all cool teams.
Dude, 100%. I'm into it, dude. All those Midwest teams, I love it. I mean, we're from the Midwest, so there's that. But that's a lot of basketball to be watching. I key in pretty hard on the Timberwolves games, but some of those other, like some of the other stuff, like I'll go in and out. And I'm playing a lot of Mario Golf on the 3DS golf games, dude. Golf games have been fun because I tried to do like a couple RPGs. Like I was, because I was really like had a good run on Final Fantasy for a while. I was doing Pokemon. I've talked about those on the pod. Those are still fun to fire up and like edge up a little bit more or whatever. But dude, the golf games are great. I've been playing Hot Shots Golf on the PSP, Super Mario Golf on the 3DS, and it's just so nice to do a little handheld golf because it's you can just like commercial, which like dude,
arcade style golf is unmatched in video games. It's
great.
Yeah,
it's great. I love that you're not like on a timer or anything either. So like you take your shot, like the game comes back on, you just set it down, pick it back up when either a slow part of the game or if you're on a commercial break or some shit. Just like it's been a nice companion.
Hell yeah, you should play Slay the Spire.
Slay would be good too. That's not a bad idea. I did think about that the other day. That's another one, another good pickup and play while you're watching some other stuff. Otherwise, dude, just been like, it's basically, I mean, it's still officially spring, but summertime, feeling like summertime here in Minnie, doing yard work, hanging out in the backyard and stuff. It's great. Just being a dad, dude. I'm Elton's at an age now where it's just like, I mean, it's always fun, but he's got his personality. He's running around doing his stuff, and it's just like it's a cool pocket to be in, dude. It's funny. I'm definitely living my old man life these days, like fucking yard work, watching basketball, hanging out with my kid, like
the
just
old man
loving
that returns to his den to look at his basketball trading card shrine.
Oh, dude, I got that shit too. I got my Timberwolves shrine for the playoffs rocking. I like picked out a bunch of that. I got the whole lineup, dude. I showed you that video. I got the whole lineup.
Elton, you must not touch these cards. They are not for play.
Get out of here.
You're the Lego dad, dude. You're the Lego movie dad.
Get the fuck out of here. Elton's like he's like 19, 18 months old. Like, of course he's not going to be messing with my cards. Someday will you do? Oh, I didn't even say this during the Mario stuff, but yeah, Elton says Mario. He goes, Mario. He goes Mario or whatever. It's so funny. He tries real hard. But he's got some like Mario, like he's got like a Mario Kart pajamas. He knows him, dude. And I've got like the Amiibos out, and he'll come into my office and he'll like point at the Dr. Mario and be like, Mario.
That's what I'm talking about. Mario's a good, recognizable character for kids. Have you watched a movie with him? That was like the first movie the boys ever watched.
No, we haven't. He watches a lot of Toy Story. When we do watch a movie, it's usually one of the Toy Story movies. We started the Mario movie, but because it has kind of an intense beginning scene, it's not like super
Bowser,
intense
your
as an
guy,
adult.
murdering.
My boy Bowser coming in strong, taking over that castle. So my wifey was like, "This is too violent. We gotta stop." And I'm like, "Whatever. Just watch Toy Story.
It'll be all right.
It's okay. You gotta pick your battles. You know what I'm saying?"
No doubt. No doubt.
So it's like whatever. We'll just do something else. It's fine. But yeah, no, he has not yet. So I'm excited to watch that with him. I'm trying to think. I know there's some other games and side quests. I've been little spurts here and there.
Yeah, Star Wars Outlaws, probably at least an hour in there. Yeah.
That's true. I did get a nice chunk of Outlaws in, dude. And that's a cool game, man. I didn't totally pay attention to the discourse on why people were shitting on it so much, but I had like I was telling you at the beginning of side quests here, I've been in a bit of a gaming rut. Just nothing really had its hooks in me, and then I've been tinkering and playing around with my PS3 and some retro stuff, and had a lot in my Wii and stuff. And, was really having a fun time dabbling just in old games. And I fired up, I think it was Brotherhood, for the PS3, and dude, there's something about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There's just something about that old format of Assassin's Creed that I was like, this is tight. This is really I'm enjoying this quite a bit. But then a couple nights, I got a good, a couple hours into that. And then a couple nights later, I was like, well, I got Mirage. Why don't I check out Mirage again now that I've had a little bit of this flavor? So I started messing around with Mirage, and I was having a good time with it, but it wasn't and it was I think, it didn't have its hooks in me. I didn't really care where the story was going with Mirage, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But then I got my Deco Deals thing set up, and all of a sudden Star Wars Outlaws went on a super sale for $20 or something. And I was like, I'm going to send it finally. So I got it. Physical copy, dude. First time I bought a physical copy of anything, the disc was corrupt. I mean, I buy physical all the time. First time I've ever bought physical and it didn't work.
For which game?
Outlaws. So I bought Outlaws because it went on super sale. Yeah, but
that's weird.
I know I'm kind of all over the place because what I'm driving towards here, I ended up returning it and getting another copy. But I put it in and I was playing it and I was like, dude, this is Assassin's Creed Star Wars. This is kind of dope.
What I heard was really cool is the environments, there's someone pointed to a furry wall, which
yeah,
just the textures and the level of care,
yeah, it's
that
pretty
kind of 70s techno aesthetic or whatever they call it, 70s space aesthetic is cool. So that interested me, but running around Baghdad, dude, in Assassin's Creed Mirage, next time I see you, you should bring that over. If you don't plan on playing, I might give it a stab.
I'll let you borrow it for sure. It's beautiful.
I don't
it's
care
a fun
about
game,
the
and it was
either. I just want to do a historical murder simulator.
Fair enough. That's kind of what the Star Wars thing is too. And I started playing that, and then the playoffs started heating up a little bit. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm not doing just all my game. I'll be playing some golf.
I feel that. Slay this
but yeah,
try her out.
Oh, I know Slay, but
I want you to
get
try
into the rotation.
Yeah, can't wait for the second one to come out.
Right on. Well, it's been a fun one, man. Fun to do the first low 5 top 5. Saw the list out of you. Solid side question. Thanks y'all for listening.
Go Luigi.
Until next time. Woohoo!
Wahoo! It's Mario,
Peace.
but you get the bit.
Oh my God!